It's the Lankans we are going to discuss about tonight, and it's the winners of the 2021 Asia Cup, which was also a T20 format. And we're coming to the same format once again, keeping an eye of the upcoming World Cup as well for the men's. I have Gian with me. Gian, Sri Lanka is what we're discussing about. Always a side known for a little bit of underdogs, has the experience, has the skill set. First of all, let's go through the squad of Sri Lanka, and here it is. Charith Asalanka is the captain, Pathum Nisanka, Kusal Mendes, Kusal Pereira, Novindu Fernando, Kamindu Mendes is there, Kamil Mishara, Dasun Shanaka, Wanindu Hasaranga, Dunit Vellalage, Chamika Kaluratre, you have Tikshana as well, Chamira, then you have Binura Fernando, Nuan Thusara, Matisha Patirana. Enough skill sets. If you talk about all the departments, you have enough firepower, skill set, experience, leaders. We're coming in depth on this. But first of all, what about your thoughts on this squad as well? Does this squad have energy more about building for tomorrow rather than having a belief of today? Because are we talking about Sri Lanka also in a little bit of transition phase?
So Sri Lanka have always been those that kind of a team which has never had that lack of experienced players. Now, if you see in terms of batting, all rounders and even bowling department, they have all at least minimum one experienced player in all the three departments, which is very beneficial for any cricketing team today. Like you need to have that kind of experience. You need a pack of a bowler. You need a pack of basically a player to lead the pack. Like even if you're a batter, all rounder or a bowler, doesn't make a difference. Like I think in batting you have Kushal likes of Kushal Mendes, Kushal Pereira. The batting all rounder you have the likes of Vanindu Hasaranga, you have Dasun Shanaka, and in bowling department you have the likes of Dushmanta Shamira who can lead. Mahesh Tikshana of course has a lot of experience, and even in the I think even in the captaincy, I think with Asalanka, I think there are a lot of players who have like Kushal Mendes, Kushal Pereira, Vanindu Hasaranga. They have captained Sri Lanka in the past, so they have the captaincy experience also.
Understandable. They definitely have the experience. You've said many players, but if we talk about youngsters in this side, we have a few of them coming to Mendes. What a cricketer he's going to be, because we talk about him having a dream test career so far around, scoring hundreds of the hundred. What about South Africa's Bretsky as well? He's having a dream ODI career too. But your thoughts on what Kamindu Mendes can bring to the table, his versatility, skill set with bat and ball? Your thoughts?
See, commendable player. I mean, an outstanding player, and especially in red ball. I mean, last year, he had a dream debut. Was the player of the year for me, definitely. I think he had a very underrated season. Was not spoken of much, but that I guess I remember the series in England. He was scoring hundreds for fun, and I think he is
And even
adding
away to
value to
South
this.
Africa.
He is adding a lot of value in this Sri Lankan squad definitely, and maybe if you need that, if Sri Lanka fall maybe inside power play they are like three down or something, like you can rely on a player like Kamindu Mendes who can stabilize the innings and take it forward and maybe up the run rate as well.
Absolutely. You need an anchor at the top of the order. You definitely have Kamindu Mendes. You need quick starts. You have Kusal Mendes once again. Your thoughts on these three players? You have Nisanka, Kusal Mendes, and Kusal Pereira, who are your openers.
Difficult. I think Pathum Nisanka and Kushal Mendes to open, I think, and getting Kushal Pereira, I think fair enough to say. I think you need to get that actually because Kushal Pereira is playing that anchor role. If you are observing since a few months or maybe a year, he's playing that anchor role. He's accelerating the innings, and you need that kind of momentum, especially in the T20
Yeah.
format. So yeah, these three definitely. This is
So
the batting order for me.
Kusal Mendes to open. He's your wicketkeeper too. Kusal Pereira, whom we call about as Sanajay Surya 2.0. He comes in at number 3. He has been there over the years for Sri Lanka. Likes of Thisara Pereiras and Angela Matthews have gone and have left the T20 side. And your thoughts on what does Kusal Pereira bring to the table in this Asia Cup? Is this his last chance to leave a mark, or will his role string further ahead?
I think when you say the name Kushal Pereira, you just go back to the 2019 Test match against South Africa very
South Africa.
single-handedly won that. I was blessed enough to watch that match live, and I was
People
thrilled by
talk
that.
about Ben Stokes versus Australia. Is that innings from Kusal Pereira not mentioned enough?
No. I definitely feel Kushal Pereira's innings was quite extraordinary. The reason is because it was away from home, and I think they were the first Asian team to beat South Africa. So in South Africa, so that was a very big achievement at that point of time. And South Africa were really in the prime at that point of time, if you remember. And I guess smashing with the likes of Dale Steyn, Warren Philander, and Moni Mokel, I think it was commendable to achieve that.
Absolutely. It was indeed commendable for the likes of those 3 stalwart South African pacers. Against them, it was just on Kusal Pereira again, alongside a tail-ender batter batting through. But you said a little bit about Charita Salanka, the captain. Charita Salanka has been that kind of a captain who is more or less a calm head kind of candidate, not that firepower nature you need in a leader. Your thoughts on how can Charita Salanka lead a side in this Asia Cup?
See, even if you're the captain, you have to lead the pack. Definitely, he has a good cricketing brain. He has a good, very, very, very good cricketing brain. He knows the game well. He knows the format well. So I think the colleagues which he has, the teammates what he has, which I just mentioned a few minutes ago, that they have already captained. So he has that aura around him. He's supported. He is being supported. Like he has that protection also around him. So I think he can do well. I think he's for me. I think I have observed Asalanka is he has not been under pressure. Since a lot, like since I have seen him. Like I have never seen a captain so calm. I think the last person, I think
Correct.
a cool-headed captain. We have a very few lists like the likes of Kane Williamson or MS Dhoni. Who don't really show any signs of nervousness. I think Asalanka is definitely one of them.
Absolutely, because Sri Lanka could be one of them. Very cool and calm candidate we always said about. But if we look into the middle order of Sri Lanka, though we can see a few promising names, but two experienced bunches are there. One power hitter in the name of Dasun Shanaka. On the other hand, you have the one of the best all-rounder in Sri Lankan country, that is Wanindu Hasaranga. Can the other players manage to take away majority of the responsibilities from their shoulders and raise their hand to perform?
See, I think Hasaranga definitely has that experience, has that quality, but I think recent times he has been a little bit off. And I think when he was the captain in the T20 format, I think that captaincy pressure has got to him a little bit. So I presume he has to
And
up
he
his
also
chances
did
a
not
bit.
have a good IPL this season now.
No. Pathetic IPL with Rajasthan Royals, definitely a pathetic IPL. It was way, way below his standards, definitely. Because with RCB, he was quite good. He's a kind of player when he plays for Sri Lanka, he even bats well. He scores runs, and he's a player who can actually be promoted up the order, maybe to just be like a pitch hitter, and that gives the batting depth also and eases of the pressure. But I think he has to be. He holds the like he has to be the pillar of this entire squad because it more or less it will be decided where Wanindu Hasaranga's performance is. If he goes over 40 runs inside 4 overs, and
So
if he
you're
hardly
saying Wanindu
contributes,
Hasaranga, the bowler.
he has to be the all rounder for me in this entire tournament.
Okay, and thoughts on Dasun Shanaka? Can his power hitting down the
Again,
order bolster?
Jason Janaka, you like I said, you don't really rely much on his bowling. Definitely, he'll give you 2, 3 good overs with his pace. But Dasun Shanaka, the finisher, I will give him a 10 out of 10. Man. He's an outstanding
Absolutely,
finisher.
absolutely.
Again, a very underrated. Go back to I think 2021 or 2022 where they beat Australia. Dasun Shanaka was there and he finished off 2 brilliant matches. I think it was an ODI. I definitely
Yeah, yeah.
believe it was an ODI. And I think Sri Lanka were out and like cold and out
Versus
and
Australia.
yeah, and he was the lone warrior over there, and he basically
100%.
carried the
It
team
was at
alone. And
home, but he has won Sri Lanka quite a number of games with his power
and
hitting, pinch
if
hitting,
you
we all say.
see after dropping the captaincy, I think he's become more aggressive. He's become more calmer. I think that pressure is off him, and so I think again another pillar for Sri Lankan squad
True,
in
true.
this tournament.
Okay, but when you talk about Sri Lanka, we talk about their bowling department, especially the spinners and the seamers. You have so many wonderful bowlers out there. Chamika Karutanartha, he's also been there around for so many years. Dushmanta Chamira is there. Binura Fernando, Nuan Thusara, Pathirana. So many skill sets. But if you move into this format, is Pathirana leading the line? Though he's leaking quite a few runs in nowadays.
I would not want Pathirana to be the leader of the pack because he already had an off season for CSK this year, which was quite shocking for me because MS Dhoni is quite fond of him and he's quite fond of Sri Lankan bowlers because he has seen the potential and he feels that
He also has
Sri Lanka
Dikshan out there.
Absolutely, who he has used as a power play, opening bowler as well. And he if Tikshana gets those 2, 3 overs in between in the power play, he can that gives more bowling options. But as for Patirana, I think he shouldn't be. I think Dushmanta Samira, the more experienced bowler, should be leading this attack definitely. But I also want to mention, I think Sri Lanka are missing a small trick here, and I don't know if it is that player is injured or no. I think they are missing Dilshan Madhushankar
I
definitely in
was
this 11.
about to ask you out here that are they missing Dilshan Madhushanka because he's not
Yes,
there in the
and
squad
I
after
will
his hat trick
definitely take
recently.
him. I will. Essentially, it's not about just taking a hat trick. He's a left arm pacer. After all, you need a left arm pacer in your squad. At least a proper left arm pacer. And he has,
And
if he is
they
not in
have gone with the likes of Binura Fernando, but I think Madhushanka should have started.
Madhushankar definitely had to get this upper hand, and I feel, see, instead of two sling bowlers, and I think instead of no offense, I mean he's a phenomenal bowler, Nuwan Tushara, but he's still very raw according to me. And fine, they might be experimenting as Asia Cup is just a tournament, to experiment going into the T20 World Cup, and I hope that they look for to get Madhushankar maybe into that lineup definitely, because he
Could be. So you're
in
saying
his on
Madhushanka has to be a
In
left-arm
Indian
bowler.
soil. So in Indian soil, I think Sri Lankan pitches next year. I think you have to have Dilshan Madhushanka in your line to lead the pack with Dushmanta Chamira.
And also, you need death bowlers. So if you're going with Patiran, I think still you need the likes of Madhushanka probably if you want early wickets too. But players to watch out for is where I'm heading towards, and I've gone with my 3 players. Here they are. Nuwan Tushara, Wanindu Hasaranga, and Kamindu Mendes are my 3 players to watch out for. Any changes for you, Jian?
I'll add this name, and this name. I think this player is playing for so many years. You can guess one name. Can you guess it?
Is it Chamira or is it
Yes,
Velalage?
It is Dushmanta Chamira, definitely. Yes.
I
Again,
understood. Yeah.
a very silent bowler who has been getting results. Going back to 2022, when he played for Lucknow Super Giants, he was a very handy bowler for them. I remember him scoring handy runs also down the order at number 9, number 10 whenever required. Those crucial 15, 20 runs. You don't know those crucial runs in T20 cricket can be so useful. And he's a bowler. He's a good economical bowler who hardly, maybe has an off day, but definitely another basically a bowling all rounder who can give you everything. And you need that
Okay,
kind
so
of a
yes, so
bowler.
you are going with Chamira as one of your players to watch out for. Fair enough. Now let's move on to the predicted playing 11. This might have a little bit of debate between the two of us. Here it is. Pathum Nisanka and Kushal Mendes are my openers once again. Kushal Pereira at 3, Kamindu Mendes at 4, Charit Asalanga captain number 5, Shanaka at number 6, Hasaranga at 7. I have Vellalage at number 8 as of now, Patirana 9, Tikshana 10, Thusara 11. I'm having 4 spinners at the moment. Is there something changes for you?
Yeah, I'll remove Nuwan Tushara. I mean, you don't need the likes of two swing bowlers. I really don't feel, because you already have. See, this is I think Dubai and Abu Dhabi, which is going to be kind of slow, because we saw that in the Champions Trophy as well, how slow the wickets were. Yeah, definitely at the start of the innings, you might get that flat pitch where the bowlers might get some, kind of moment, and maybe it will be easy for the batsman. But going into the tournament, it is going to be difficult.
So there is no Chamira, there is no Binuna Fernando. So you're saying no
No, the
Tushara.
Hiroshima Shamira has to be here. No one Tushara. It doesn't make sense to have two sling bowlers inside, as I said. But
You're
Tirana
saying
should be
Chamira
there.
has to be there in the side.
100%. 100%. You can't bench
Okay.
Chamira unless he's injured.
Absolutely. Your player to watch out for is Usman the Chamira. Once again, into your playing 11 list as well. Group of death, we always said, Jian, is Group B, with the likes of Afghanistan and Bangladesh for Sri Lanka. And not to disrespect Hong Kong, who are the 2 teams you're seeing proceeding forward.
Fair enough. It's like going to be too easy. I think Afghanistan and Sri Lanka to be going into the tournament.
Okay, so you're
Definitely.
not just the only one. So far, whenever we have done Group B predictions, everyone has said these 2 teams. Nobody so far has gone with Bangladesh. I'm very surprised why they have not gone with Bangladesh, but that's all we have. Thank you so much, Jian. Thank you to all the viewers for watching this video. It's Sri Lanka Squad Analysis. We are building India's smartest cricket community. Subscribe to become a part of it.